Hello, today I want to talk to you about material non-public information. Now, I previously made a video about what made information material. You're welcome to check out that video if you follow the first link here. Now, the second link is a discussion about some activity by a company's CEO, which I feel is at least suspicious. This video will help explain why I think that activity is a bit suspicious. Uh, to refresh your memory, material information is any information that a reasonable investor would want to know before buying or selling a security in that company. Here is some text from the Supreme Court. You're welcome to pause this video and read that. I'm not going to do that for you, but this is direct text. Also, here are a number of things that a reasonable investor would consider to be material. In the previous video, I did talk about these things in detail. Again, feel free to pause this video and read through them if you like. Now, the question for today, or the topic for today, is when it's material information and it's non-public, that's where there's a concern. So you think people inside the company are going to get information. They're going to have that information for a period of time before they're able to disseminate that information to the public. So there's two things here. It has to be material. We covered that in the previous two slides. And it has to be non-public. So in general, the public doesn't know about it. All right. In general, you're not supposed to trade on this. You might think, well, does that mean that insiders are not able to trade at all? No, they are able to trade. There are rules and regulations that allow them to do it. There are laws for when they can and cannot trade their own securities because of this material information, which may or may not be public at the time. Now, of course, there are certainly going to be times when it is not legal to trade this information. So again, the times in general when this is not the case is when it's material. So a reasonable investor would want to know the information and it's not yet public. Okay, so there are a group of people who do know the information when most don't. So in general, you think about these being insiders, but it is possible for a person to know some information when they are not an insider. Maybe your spouse is on the board, or maybe your spouse works for the company, but you're not technically inside, or you overhear it at a barbershop. Who knows? But there are times when it is both material and non-public for people inside and outside the company. But in general, the laws state that you are not allowed to trade on this information, no matter how valuable it is. And certainly people have gone to jail for doing so. Next time we want to talk about blackout periods. So there are cases where a company will just say, look, if you're an insider, you cannot trade these security from this date to this date. There's a blackout period. And surprisingly, there are times when there aren't blackout periods, which make no sense to me because there's no way there isn't material information there that's not public. Why are these companies allowing these non-blackout periods to exist when they should? Anyway, thanks so much for listening. Hope you enjoyed that.